to another episode of the Format Podcast live. There we go. What's going on, everybody? It's been a little while. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday week. Got to spend some time with friends and family and enjoy that. Enjoy the season for what it's really about. You know what I mean? And obviously that's that time with your loved ones, and that stuff can't be replaced. So what's going on, Transformer? Been a minute, man.
Man, well, I feel like it's been, some months. We've been away for so long, but man, how was your holiday, man? Merry Christmas to you again.
Same to you, brother. It was solid, man. It was solid. I can't even complain, man.
Absolutely,
it was cool. It was cool. Got the family time. Daughter came home from college, so her and my son was hanging out. So that was beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
that's
real good,
beautiful,
real good.
Man. That's beautiful. Oh man, family love. One of my first Christmases with my mom in years.
Okay.
What happened?
We're good. I don't know what happened there, but we're good.
Okay. But yeah, one of the first Christmases with my pops. They came over, we celebrated, watched the kids open up all the gifts and just to see that happiness, that joy.
Yeah.
That camaraderie, man. I was so hyped so early in the morning. About around 10:30, 11, I was smoked. I had to take a nap.
That's how you know you're a parent and you're aging. When you get up early with them, and then by midday you like, I'm done.
Boy, it was like a shockwave hit me. I'm on the couch, we eating breakfast. I'm like, I'm gonna lay on the couch for a little minute. Get a couple of Z's in. It's like, bro, I was hurting.
Yeah.
But no, man, it was all love, man. It was all love.
Man, that's great. That's great. And you know what? Is the beautiful thing too about Christmas. We always get some sports action, man, and those are some of the great things that we're gonna discuss today. And as you can see from the rundown, we're gonna get into this the Steph and LeBron era, which kind of the reason that I guess the big game on the big game for your Lakers, obviously on Christmas night. That kind of got me thinking a little bit about the Steph and LeBron era. So we're going to talk about that. Then, of course, we'll follow it up talking about the NFL versus the NBA on Christmas and LeBron's idiotic comments. But we'll get there. This ain't the first time he's made idiotic comments.
Whoa. Idiotic comments?
Idiotic. We'll get there.
What? It's Christmas. What are we doing?
We'll get
What are we doing?
Then we'll take it to the NFL. And Kansas City is they were squeaking by earlier in the season. They are starting to look dominant, man. So that's going to be scary. And then finally,
scary hour.
We saw the NFL Hall of Fame finalists have been released, and Eli Manning is among them. And that pick causes a lot of consternation among different people in the sports world, sports media, sports fans, et cetera, that I've heard going around. So definitely wanted to have some talk about that because I think it is a discussion worth it's a topic worth discussing. So we're gonna get that. Edward Jackson, what's good, brother? Good to see you. All right, cool. So first things first, man. Y'all already know the deal, man. Hit the like and subscribe. Y'all know that. Next thing, Sid Bubba, what's good, brother? How you doing? Good morning to you. Navy looked good yesterday, man, but we'll talk about that in a second. But what we're gonna do, Transformer and I discussed it. We think we're gonna go ahead and move the podcast over to Sunday morning. That way we can get in our sports talk and hopefully get it wrapped up around the time that the NFL games are starting. That way everybody can relax with their breakfast, their coffee. They can listen to us kick it. Saturday nights, a lot of people have different things going on, so maybe that's not the best night to do it. So yeah, the most opportune time. Thank you, Transformer. So we think that we're going to go ahead and do that, and we will see where it goes. All right, cool. So first topic. So obviously we had a great game, and we'll get to that a little late. We had a great game, but we can talk about it a little bit on Christmas night with the Warriors and the Lakers. Excuse me.
I was about to say it's right there in your face, brother.
Right, I mean,
there in my face.
I'm like,
the Warriors and some other team. That's the Celtic in you. The Celtic came out. The Celtic came out. It was like, I don't want to say that name.
I'm just a little out of the flow, but I'm getting back. So, okay, so here we go. So Warriors and the Lakers, fantastic game. Came down to the wire. and the Warriors pulled out the Lakers pulled out the win. Excuse me. Great win for them. We saw LeBron and Steph both kind of turn back the clock. LeBron with a smooth 31, an efficient 31. Steph with 38 and a number of big time shots down the stretch. And realistically, it was like, I know, right? Realistically, to me, it was, I think just the time ran out on the Warriors, maybe another 3 or 4 seconds, and they probably win that game. But regardless, the Lakers won that game, and they deserve to win. They played really well. LeBron played really well. And it was great to sit back and watch that, right? And so I enjoyed it. I know Transformer enjoyed it. He might have a little nerves at the end, but
oh boy, did I? When when Steph just threw up the 3 in the corner, I'm like, yo, what in the here we go again. The Steph magic is happening again. We need to stop him from shooting the ball. Guess what? He shoots a 35-footer next. I'm like, crazy, come on, right? I'm like, what are we doing?
Bang!
Hey, that was dope. We got the block by James, and then we got the bang. Yo, that made me just turn back the hands of time to those absolutely. Cavalier Warrior series, absolutely. Man. When you got blocked by James and bang in the same freaking game, and possibly could be one of their last Christmas games played against each other, man. It was so magical for a little minute.
Absolutely.
But you know, man, dog, it was a good game. It was a great game to see. I believe it was the most watched game in the NBA.
I want to say in the last playout. And we'll talk about that
since 2019, I believe.
NFL. Yeah. That was And so, you know, oddly enough, I wonder why they chose that specific year to go back to. I'm curious to know why. When people choose a specific time frame to say the most watched or the most popular since, there's always a reason they do that. Yeah. But regardless,
what happened in 2019?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I really don't know. We
didn't win until 2020. Who won before us? Crap. It was the Warriors. The Warriors came off that one. Toronto. Yeah, you're right. It was Toronto. Mm-hmm. Toronto. Yep. They beat the Warriors. I knew the Warriors were in there, but yeah, they beat the Warriors. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so again, so we had just an incredible game that I think anyone who enjoys basketball would have enjoyed watching. Again, even for this era, and I'm often critical of the modern era of NBA basketball, and I think rightfully so, but it was really enjoyable to watch. It was cool. Yeah. So anyway, what that got me to thinking about was just this whole era, right? Because we so often hear that this was the LeBron James era, and I'm like, well, like he definitively took it over after Kobe retired. So like, as long as Kobe was in the game, to me, it wasn't the LeBron James era, right? But as great as he's been, and this is the thing we always talk about, there's been so many other dudes really getting busy and other teams getting busy. So it's like, can we really say it was his era? But if we're going to do that, because he was clearly, you know, he's clearly been one of the faces, if not the face of the league for quite some time now, I think the other guy that we have to include in this whole, you know, own the era thing is that guy in the thumbnail, and that's Steph Curry. So before we even go any deeper in that, what do you think about that, Transformer, in terms of him historically sharing this era with Steph Curry?
I think it was for sure LeBron's era, right? Okay. Every post Kobe, 2010, we won the championship last, his last championship. After that, it was all Bron. Bron won 4 championships in that decade, right? So I consider that to be more of your era. 4 championships, multiple MVPs, face of the league. The show was his. It was everything was based about LeBron James, right? When he went back to Cleveland, got the championship there, got the championship in Miami, got the championship in the Lakers. So you got 3 separate championships on 3 different franchises, right? So I think, and never heard of a Kobe era. Where is he born from? Born on Mars? Boy, please. We can just ignore that one. But anyway, but like I said, I would say LeBron definitely had his era from 2010 to like I said, 2010 to 2020. And because Steph didn't really show up until like 2013, 2014. That's when he started, you know, being on the uprising, really dominate and really get into the into the conversation. And then with their first championship battle was 2015. So that was his first time being there. So I would definitely consider LeBron James having an era, and I would dignify it if that 2010 all the way up to 2020. That decade was his for sure.
So why I say that I don't think he had the era, while you can make the argument for face of the league, and I'm not mad at that, while I can't put just solely him on the era, think about this, right? So when's you guys' last title before LeBron got to
2010
Lakers? 2010, right? So you got that. You got the Lakers winning there. You have the Warriors winning 3 championships during that time frame, right? You have was it LeBron winning 4 championships during that time frame? The Warriors going to 6 finals during that time frame. LeBron going to what, 9 finals during that era, I think. Is it 8?
No, because he's 4 and 6, so 9.
9.
Yeah,
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got that. You have Kawhi Leonard winning a chip with Toronto. You got some really good Spurs teams. I think, did they win 2 titles in the 2010s or just 1?
Who?
The Spurs.
2.
Okay, there you go. So they got a couple of chips. So it's hard for me to say that it was his era when you had a fair amount of parity. You had a lot of people doing things and a lot of teams doing things. You know what I'm saying? And this is not.
But you got to say who had the most, though.
Him? Mm-hmm.
Like, he had the most. Like, so who era would it be? Right? I mean, you got like the thing about it, like, it's all in totality, right? You can't just, because you can't even say that about Kobe, can't say it about Duncan, can't say it about Jordan. They were all different. Everybody won championships in those eras, right? So, I mean, everybody didn't win every championship in the entire decade. He won 4 of them. So that's the most. The MVPs, you stack on top of that. The records, the scoring, the commercials, the sales, everything like that. I will say, if you don't give him the era, then you would say he shared the second half of it with Steph, because that's when Steph changed the game. Like, Steph literally changed the game of basketball 2014 and on. Like, ever since then, everybody's shooting threes from 35 feet. You know what I mean? Something Kobe was doing long before that, but we're not going to talk about that. But
right.
But, you know, he started doing that. So you could say he shared that second half of it. But in totality, you look at it, we'll dignify that as LeBron James' era. On top of that, the man was just dominating an entire conference for like 8 straight years.
Well, we're not going to get into
you get in the games, you play in your conference, you play the games. He made it to the finals 8 straight times.
That though.
No, but I can't do context. I can do facts. Can't do context. I can do facts.
No, but you got to apply context though, because yes, I get you. Facts are irrefutable.
Does he pick who he plays against?
There's a why and a no. But when you do things to kind of break down the competitive balance in your conference, it helps. But regardless, this is not about that. The point is, I think I can agree with you that he shared it with Steph, probably 2014 on, I think, and. Again, so you had them. I just think there's too much parity, in my estimation, too much parity in the league, and too many other really good teams doing their work to say that it was his era. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, right? And even if people say, "Oh, it was the LeBron era," we also know that guy has an inordinate amount of control over the media. We've never seen that from any player before. So, like, you kind of got to take things with a grain of salt when you hear the mainstream media talking about Bron, but. At the end
you can run the media. That's your era. That's more. To say about him. Like, hey, I run this. This is my era.
I don't know if to me that really means that
it's control.
Yeah, but we.
Am I wrong? If you got control of an entire league, right? If Kobe didn't go through the case that he went through with the accusation, right? He would have had that same control. He could have had that same control. Jordan had that same type of control. Like, if you have control of a league, Steph didn't have control of a league, right? He was just a babyface assassin, quiet, smile, you know, got the beautiful family, kids come to the games, Daddy Dale Curry, Mama Curry, former Mama Curry, always at the games and stuff like that. So it was like that silent assassin, like the silent babyface assassin, right? That's what he was known for. LeBron literally had control of the league. I would say that you have to have an era to do that. You can't say I don't have an era if I have control of the league, right? Control over the media. I have an era. That's his era. This is his era.
No, but I think that is a result of not necessarily it's being his era. that's a result of concerted backdoor maneuvering to get that. That's what that is. Like think about it. Like you got the agency, and you're signing people in the media to your agency so that they can't really be too critical of you. Like that doesn't mean that's your era. Like, okay, this is my era simply because I dominated. You're using backdoor maneuvering to control things, and so like I don't really see that as the same thing. But we can agree to disagree. But yeah, go ahead, my man.
If I have the controller of a game, right, I control it, right. I'm the owner. I run things, right. I'm the man on the sticks. If I'm playing a game, I have the controller. I have everything at my disposal, at my fingertips. Control means I control everything, right? It's my era. This is my game. I don't see how that's foregone right there. Like, if I have control, if the game is at my fingertips, I can manipulate anything I want. That's control. The league had to relinquish it. Like, hey, I mean, the man gets what he wants, right? That's control. We're saying he has control, so you can't have control and not have an error. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't quite make sense.
I think we can agree to disagree on that. So Edward Jackson says we do have some clutch clients in the media criticize LeBron James primacy of Broussard. He criticized LeBron James game, but still has him number 2. So here's the thing, right?
I don't think he's clutch though. I think Nick is.
He's clutch. He admitted it. He's clutch.
Oh, he is.
And Nick Wright is as well. Yeah. So here's the thing. When it comes to Broussard, you have to listen to him like on different platforms, right? So it depends on who's on the show he's with, what role he plays, right? Nick Wright is so ridiculously over the top that it appears that Chris Broussard is being critical of LeBron, but really he's just playing Nick Wright's foil. When Chris Broussard was on The Odd Couple with Rob Parker, he was more the LeBron guy. I'm not going to say he never criticized him, but he was more the LeBron guy. And on other things we've heard, like when he's been on, like back in the day, he used to be on Undisputed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Broussard is a LeBron guy. If you ever hear Broussard talk about LeBron, if he has to criticize him, he pulls the same Stephen A move. He talks about how great he is and literally says, and I love LeBron before he can go into anything. He has to talk about he's a good father and this and that and the third. And I'm like, yo, this is absurd. But anyway, that's a whole different thing, right?
That's fact. He does do that, though.
He does. So Broussard, he is a LeBron guy for sure. But he prefaces it and he couches things before he is even remotely critical. And realistically, I don't think he's like really critical. I think he's just playing the foil to people. But let's see. Chuck Brewer says Penny Hardaway would have owned the 2010s if he was active and healthy, but by that thought process, the media would have tried to make him the face in his era. So I real quick going back to that, Penny Hardaway like was a monster. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think that time frame is off. But to that point though, Penny Hardaway was a monster, and it was supposed to be him and Grant Hill were the next 2 guys up. And obviously, when Mike stepped away, they were supposed to be the next 2 guys up. But then the injuries got to them, and then Kobe came, and Kobe said, "Nah, I'm next." And he took next. You know,
he literally took next.
Yeah, he took next. That's
how you kick out the most dominant big man in the league, dog.
Facts. and
like,
realistically,
I don't care. Like, I'm
if we're real, as dominant as Shaq was, he doesn't have those 3 chips in Los Angeles. If Kobe doesn't do that work.
No, absolutely. But let's take a pause in the conversation, man. Big shout out Nino Action Jackson, man, with the super chat, man. Bruce, stop it, my brother. Hey, that $5 was worth it. $5 was worth it.
Oh, you gave me $5, Bruce. Talk about Bron.
Stop it, dog.
He gave me $5 to stop talking about Bron. That's funny. Nino, man, thank you so much. We appreciate you always.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
No Steelers.
Yeah. So
we're gonna get to them later.
No, but just looking back, like I really think that these 2 guys, I truly believe that they shared the era, man. And to the point of what you said, Transformer, Steph was a major part in the change in the way the game was played, and obviously analytics was coming because we saw that happening in football. We saw it in baseball first, but just his ability, and then
Look at that defense.
just
Kobe couldn't do nothing with it.
That was crazy, right?
Kobe
That was
could do it.
crazy.
It was like, damn.
I know a guy who wouldn't be able to shoot like anyway. But no, in all seriousness, it's Steph really played a huge part in how the game has changed, and the fact that in what was that in 6 years he won 4 championships and was really just LeBron's major antagonist in the league. I think that's why, to me, I call it the Steph and LeBron era. I think
I think that's fair.
Guys. Yeah,
I think that's fair to say because on one hand, you could say you could say what you want about LeBron, him controlling everything, the 8 straight finals, the 4 championships. Steph went to go get KD too, so we got to put some onus on that. Steph went to go get KD, and that also happened in that same time frame. But you do tip your hat to Steph on just the way he just changed the game. Period. Right? He extended the three. Like they probably have to extend the 3-point line here in the next 10 to 20 years in the NBA because those are like free throws to these guys.
No,
right?
they can't. I would not extend it on this. I hear what you're saying, but I wouldn't do it if I'm the league because guys are already shooting from way out. They're just going to start shooting from half court. The further you put it back, they're going to shoot from further. So I'm like, again, that's not helping basketball. That would be a terrible move. I'm not doing that. What I do, and I think I told you this last time, I'm putting a cap on the amount of threes that you can shoot per game. Once you reach that cap, no matter where you shoot from, they're twos again. So what that does is force the mid-range back into the game. Yeah. That's right. And forces you to develop real big men again instead of just sitting hanging around and shoot threes. So I think that is what would be better for the game. I didn't come up with that. Shout out Rick Bucher. But when I really sat down and thought about it, I said, yeah, that's legit. That's a real one right there. That's a good
73s in a game is crazy work. No, 74, 73, whatever it is. 73 threes in a game.
Yeah.
That's absurd. Look, stop shooting that joint.
Man, look, I can't even front, man. My beloved Celtics out here pissing me off, averaging 51 3-point attempts per game. That's not crazy. Basketball. That's not basketball. Crazy. Yes. I know even Bird hates it. I know he hates it.
Yeah. Steve, I don't think that'll help either. Oh, he's being funny.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
I'm about to say add the Globetrotters 4-point circle. Everybody's shooting from it.
Everybody.
Yeah, they're gonna start shooting from that thing. I would cap that too. Like, y'all, hey, you only got 3 opportunities a game to shoot it from that spot, right?
That's right.
No,
you're right, Edward.
It's tough, man. Boston show.
Quick side note too. Remember when they asked LeBron, about what he thinks about, the current condition of the game. He's like, well, I could fix it, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I got ideas to take care of it. I'm like, yo, this freaking guy. Right? But check this out. He says, it's too many effing threes being shot. Okay, cool. We agree. The very next game, he goes out and goes like 2 for 8 from 3. Man, shut the hell up. This guy, man. This guy, like, he's so good at it.
Now, granted, he didn't want that to happen, though. I will give him that credit. Like, even though, like, because it's a league-driven thing. It's now a coach-driven thing. He's like, come on, man. Y'all want us to shoot these many threes.
But
like,
wait.
Okay. And then what?
No coach is making LeBron do anything he does not want to do. Stop it. You know that, and I know that. He's shooting all them threes because he don't have the same legs to go to the rim anymore.
He can eventually listen to his coach, man. It don't have to be all the time, but damn, he could sometimes listen.
I mean, he could.
he is now. Like, okay, man, let's shoot these threes then.
Yeah. By the way, to the point of this being LeBron's era, man.
That dude was.
I would be remiss,
man.
I was about to say I would be remiss if we're just watching it go through how long this guy's been able to play at this just tremendous level, man. It's real. It's real.
Jason Terry was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. That was just unfair about LeBron.
No, that's cool. But LeBron standing over and trying to look tough. Where was that looking tough when Jason Terry was cooking you up in the finals? Where was that? Where was all that standing?
When you get bammed on, you're gonna stand over anybody. Like, I don't care what you're doing in the finals.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Come on, come on, man. The man is 40 years old doing this.
Yes.
Dog. Like,
yes.
40.
Hey, listen, I gotta give credit where it's due.
He's still 40, doing it. Man. This is crazy, dog. Whatever sauce he's on, It needs to be researched. Like, he's on the
Mhm.
greatest sauce
I got
in
nothing
the
to say.
world. But it's not that's just me joking. I'm not saying that he is.
Right.
Because he could be the pinnacle of human evolution, right? So
And
I don't know.
this will mess around, get scrubbed from the internet, just like when KD and Paul Pierce said it. KG, I should say. Remember when they was like, LeBron on that new juice?
Oh yeah. He know that
Can't
new
find
juice. That
clip
new
no more.
juice.
It's gone. You can't find it
Really?
anymore. And then all of a sudden after that, you start hearing him talk. LeBron might end up being the GOAT. Really? That's what y'all saying now? They got to. They got to. So Edward Jackson says it's not a big man's league no more, guys. We just got to accept the fact it's a lot of shooting and less driving to the paint. You got big guys shooting threes also now. Absolutely, Edward, no question. But that's what I'm saying. If you de-emphasize or control the importance of threes, it can go back to being a more balanced league. I'm not saying 75-70, Knicks, Miami Heat defensive rock fights, although I didn't mind those because I love real defense. But everyone doesn't enjoy that. That may not be the most pleasant fan experience, especially for young fans who grew up watching the game a certain way. Cool. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, and we're kind of digressing, but what I am saying is bring some defense back and control the amount of threes being shot. And I guarantee you will see true post bigs start coming back. Look, you already got Jokic can play in the post, right? He does that sometimes. Embiid can play in the post. He does that sometimes, doesn't do it enough. Zach Edey can play in the post. He does that, so there is room for the true post big. It's not going to be right. It's not going to be every single time down the floor, freaking, what do you call this? Dumping it into the post immediately, but there's room for it. There's room for balance. So, I mean, that's my thing. Want to give a quick shout out. Thank you for the Cash App, Sid Bubba, $5 Cash App. Appreciate you supporting the show always, man. Thank you so much, my brother. And salute to you and salute to your midshipmen. And I have to say that for a whole freaking year, and it's killing me.
Yes, you do.
I do. I do.
Yes, you do.
But look, Transfer, I'm manning up.
I'm kicking my feet in my chair. You don't see it though.
I'm manning up and I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, Sid Bubba, man. Thank you so much for the support always, my brother.
Nino, man, we didn't overhype. LeBron did. LeBron did that. Yes. That was LeBron's fault.
Yes.
And even when he said it, this was when I was in dislike with LeBron because Kobe was still playing. When he said it, I was like, that man is an idiot. Like, what is he? Why is he saying that? Because even though I knew, I'm like, okay, I see what he's saying.
No.
A lot of people took that joint literally. 1, 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. Not was no, I couldn't even, nobody believed that, right? But he just when you're using that as your sales pitch, come on now, people are gonna take that literal. Oh man, he's gonna bring us 5. He said he's gonna bring us 6 to 7 championships. Oh my god, man, Miami Heat is gonna be the next thing. You're gonna get a 1, 2, 3.
When that team got put together, though, and you have all that firepower, you got D Wade coming off leading the league in scoring, first team All NBA. Chris Bosh, I think, was third team All NBA. You doing all that. LeBron, obviously, first team All NBA. If not the best, one of the top 3 players in the league at the time. So you putting all this firepower together, and most of us were thinking damn, you heard Jeff Teague say, man, that was whack, man. Nobody respected that. Most of the people in the league was like, damn, competition gone, right? And you still had some guys. You had obviously the Celtics. They were older, but they were proud champions. They weren't just going to roll over. Turns out they got rolled over, but they weren't just going to roll over. You know what I'm saying? But also because those guys were older, came from a different era, so their mindset was different. But the point is, when LeBron said that, I believe he really believed it, and a lot of people did too. So
I mean, but not the 6, not 7. When he said 2, 3, 4, I'm like, okay, shut up. So he said 5, not 6. I'm like, shut up. But what are you saying? Stop. You're giving too much, right? Hey, I'm here to win championships, right? When you say championships, that could be 2, it could be 4, it could be 6, it could be 9, but it's more than 2, right? It's 2 or more championships, plural. He could have just ended it right there, but not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. I'm like, shut up. Shut up.
Keep going, right?
Raleigh, I would have threw a freaking microphone at him. Like, shut up. Come on now.
Yeah, Edward, I think they probably could have gotten 4 with Melo. I think they could have. And the reason I say that, if Melo was on that team instead of Chris Bosh when LeBron melted down in that first one, Melo would have said, "Give me the rock," and he'd have took over. He'd have went nuts. He wouldn't have allowed that. Him and D Wade would have gone bonkers. So yeah, I think you're probably right that they could have got 4. Well, maybe not that last one because that Spurs team was determined, man. They were not joking. That Spurs team was moving like a machine. So
yeah, but Kawhi would have to make a decision.
Oh, that's a great point.
Kawhi would have to make a decision because, like, you can't guard both him and Melo. So if you guard one, the other one's going to take off.
That's right. So
who's your secondary defender? Yeah, because you got Manu Ginobili playing the 2. You got Paul at the 1. Kawhi played the 3. What's his name? Was it Boris Diaw? Boris Diaw was at the 4.
But
he's not guarding Melo.
But you know what? I would rather put him on Melo and put the claw on LeBron in that situation.
Boris Diaw getting cooked.
Yes, but you don't have to worry about Melo necessarily going past him as much, right? Because you try to put Diaw on Bron. Bron is dunking on somebody's head every play.
Tim Duncan gonna have a whole problem in the paint.
Whole problem. Like, broken neck, lumpy dome.
Let them get the lane.
Right.
So, what do you want me to do? I'm guarding Melo at the 3. Wade over there in the corner, like, nah, I'm chilling. You know, I think that team would have just been destructive. It wouldn't have been fair.
That's a fact. It
wouldn't have been fair. I would have liked Chris Paul to go to New York though. That would have been nice.
That would have been real cool.
Chris Paul, Melo, Stoudemire, those guys like that. That would have been a nice little big 3 over there. Melo would have to guard Duncan, which would have been ugly. No, because I mean they would have definitely had to go get a big.
Yeah, and then Haslam would have got some more minutes. He would have been out there trying to deal with Duncan. Kawhi would have guarded anybody who was hot. That's right. Real quick, y'all. I see you active in the chat. Thank you so much. For anybody who hasn't already, please go ahead, click that like button. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Let's get that. Let's get that. We need it. Helps push the show out. It's all about the algorithm, all right?
If Dwayne was fully healthy, I think they would have.
Okay, I was reading the same one.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
But again, that last Spurs team, I mean, think about it realistically. If Ray Allen doesn't hit that shot in 2013, they might have had one. You know what I'm saying? That was arguably the best clutch shot in NBA history, maybe. Yeah. If he doesn't hit that shot in 2013, all that might have been for one chip. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he hit it, so it doesn't matter. But and
LeBron did, lead him to that, but that doesn't get talked about enough. I feel like we just gloss over the fact.
Yeah. I will.
No. He didn't get rescued. That shot was possible because LeBron carried him for like 4 or 5 straight drives before that.
Actually, no. Like I think he missed like 2 or 3 in a row immediately prior to that. But he did have an outstanding fourth quarter, and then he scored some more in overtime to go ahead and close that game out. End of the day, Ray Allen doesn't make that shot. Well, you know what it is.
End of the day, it's a team sport. Bron can't make them all. Jordan got saved too. Let's not.
He did not get saved. Stop it. No. That's a bad analogy.
He did get saved. Kobe got saved. Jordan got saved.
How did Jordan get saved? Let's try this.
Because other teammates had to score points, Bruce.
No. I understand.
Other teammates have to score points, Bruce.
But when you say
the point,
we're
not going to do that. Jordan got saved by other people who shot the ball, other people who played defense.
Do you have a specific point that you're
at any point in the game? We always look at the last shot like it matters the most. What about the other 47 fucking minutes, man?
Okay, so here's the deal, though, right? Here's the deal. Michael Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, consistently throughout his finals runs, played with the least amount of help scoring wise of any champion ever. Like he was not getting much of anything. So
all them rebounds that Dennis Rodman got, right? 15, 20 rebound games.
Why do you all talk like that was prime Dennis Rodman? Because it wasn't.
It didn't have to be prime Dennis Rodman. Because we do the same thing about LeBron. Oh, LeBron played with all these Hall of Famers, right? Melo wasn't in his prime. Dwight Howard wasn't in his prime.
So
when he got Melo, when LeBron got there, Shaq wasn't in his prime.
So that's a great point, and we're not going to let this devolve into that.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Throw us off the rails real quick.
I will let you have. I'll let you have that. We're not even going to do that. Let's enjoy this. No. In all seriousness, because I don't want this to go that way.
Yeah. I feel you.
Out of respect for my partner, I'm gonna leave you with that last point. Real talk.
My man, See, you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. But back to the Steph and Bron era, man. Get back to the topic at hand here. This is one of the most magical moments that I felt that Christmas day. If you look at that game, you're gonna see why they're gonna try to get them boys to team up. The NBA is gonna thrive to try to get them boys to team up. It's gonna get more steam. It's gonna get a lot more steam. It's gonna get a lot more buzz because these guys are at the end of their career. The league is looking at it from a ratings perspective as well. When them boys play, it's always the most watched game, right? You can put anything on the slate. You can put the defending champs against the Celtics or whatever. I'm not going to say the Celtics because that's going to be demeaning them, but any big team in the West, right? Get it. You know what I mean? But if Steph and Bron are playing in the same game, yeah, we're going to watch that game, right? Because it's two phenoms, two guys that carried this league for what, 14, 15 years? Right? That's been the face of this league for 14, 15 years straight. Right. You know what I mean? So like we see the Denver Nuggets win a championship all offseason. We're going to talk about LeBron James, Steph Curry. We don't care about Jokic went home. He don't care, right? Mike Malone, he's probably going to say what he wants, though his little pitch shots at LeBron or the Lakers or whatever the case may be. But the conversation in the offseason is, what are they going to do for Steph Curry in the Warriors? What is LeBron and the Lakers going to do, right? Those guys are the face of the league, right? So like we're gonna be missing a lot when those guys are gone. The basketball is gonna change in its entirety, even more so. When Kobe and Vince Carter and KG and Paul Pierce and those guys left, we're gonna see another shift when LeBron and Steph Curry decide to hang them up. Because right now, who wants it? Who wants that pinnacle?
Who not just who wants it, but who wants it and who is capable of having it, right? Because however I feel about LeBron, he's done a really good job wearing that mantle over all these years. He has. That's just a fact. He has, and then Steph has done a good job helping out. You know what I'm saying? So Steph has done a good job helping out. So, but yeah, LeBron he has worn it well as the face of the league. So that's that. But let's do this, man. We're gonna open up the phone lines. However, since in the interest of trying to keep this thing moving, we're gonna take 2 calls. 1, 2, 1, 2, not 1, just 2. We're going to take 2 calls and let's try to limit it to 5 minutes on your comments. So please call in, get straight to your point. We'll respond, and then
I'm clocking. I'm clock watching.
We'll get to the next. We'll get to the next topic. So y'all know what it is, man.
That's the question, man.
Yes,
Sean. Who wants it, man? No, right now, nobody. Right? Because you would show it. Joel Embiid don't want it. He already said, I'm not going to play all these games. And yada, yada, yada.
We know don't want it.
Jokic wants to go home.
Yes. Luka don't want it. I think Tatum wants it, but he don't have it. He doesn't have it to be it. Correct. I think Ant Edwards wants it, but I don't know what the hell going on with him. He's shooting all these threes and talking all this nonsense instead of just being in the gym focusing. So
I think if anybody could take it, it would be Anthony Edwards. I think that would be a You
got to see. Let's go ahead and take this call from Sid Bubba. Sid Bubba, good morning, my brother.
Oh, good morning, Bruce.
Yes,
good morning, Transformer. Salute there, shipmate.
Yes, indeed. Yes, well, not me, but him.
He knows. Hey, my boy from Memphis. Say mine.
What's up, man? We're good, man.
But I think to get on the topic about Steph and Bron, they seem like they kind of like you got the super big athletic guy who can do everything, and Steph is so skilled and the way he shoots the ball. But they both had to rely on, both of them had to rely on their teammates. Like you said, with Ray Allen, Kyrie, Bruce, with Steph, and Steve pointed this out that KD should be mentioned because Steph got 2 titles on LeBron with KD.
Yes, he did.
Yes, and to me, I don't know. I would say KD probably was the best player.
Yes, yes, he was.
Without a shot of doubt.
So
the only thing I'll say about that, Sid Bubba, let me interrupt you real quick. The only thing I'll say about that, and yes, he absolutely was the best player on those teams. I'll just say it makes it a hell of a lot easier to do what he was doing when nobody can double team off the rest of those starters. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, Draymond running the point basically, and then, Clay and Steph spreading the floor. Like, that, it was real easy for him to do what he was doing. But go ahead.
Yeah, so when I think of dominance, and we go by the Mike standard.
Yes.
And I always use the MJ standard, fair or unfair. 4 finals MVPs to 1.
Okay. I got you.
4 finals MVPs. Whether he was the man. Now,
do you think though that only? Well, hold on real quick. Sid Bubba. Sorry to keep interrupting you. 1, the first finals MVP. We all know Iguodala shouldn't have got that. We know that should have been Steph's, but fine, whatever. We all know that. So there's that.
It was a shutdown LeBron. He got it.
So we all know that Iguodala should not have gotten that. So that should have been 2 finals MVPs. I get it. But then, like, if you look at it, I believe Steph averages like 28 points per game in the NBA finals. Like, that's up there. He's he did work, but go ahead, bro.
But I think too, but watching the games when he disappeared again,
right,
that's what drives me crazy about Steph.
No, you're right.
When 2016 they lost, why is this man throwing hot dog passes or whatever?
That was terrible. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I love Steph. That's my guy because pro guys out there, but I have to be objective in looking at it. So when we we have to nitpick. And then with Kevin Durant, it's kind of hard to he's a back-to-back finals MVP.
Yes.
So it's kind of hard to say, well, he didn't do anything,
Nah, no, only a fool would say that.
Yeah. So I have to, it's kind of hard. But like you said, they did have parity. And that parity did matter. So, yeah, but you got to also think of it. LeBron's career is in 3 phases, though. You got 2003 to 2010 when he was emerging.
Yes.
In the Olympics, 08. Then you got 2010 to 2020. Then you got 2020 when he won a title from now and being competitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's it's a little. So that's why it always seemed his name mattered because he's been good, which nobody else has been good.
Has been this good this long, no doubt.
And it's good this long.
Close.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say about that, and then I'll get your last comment, Sid Bubba. And it is clearly a fact that no one has been this good for this long. I can't argue that. The only thing I like to say about that in terms of his longevity, it sure helps when you play in a league where they can't bang you like that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, I think that's a shut up transformer. I think that's a huge part of the reason why, some of these other guys, whoa, Dom. Okay. Oh, we're getting spammed here. No, I said that's what the hell?
Let me try to delete it. I'm trying to
get this guy out of here. But no, I think that a big part of the reason that LeBron is able to do this because the game is so much less physical. If he was really, okay, there you go. Thank you. If he was really, having to go through all that physical punishment, it wouldn't be the same. But yeah, guy.
This is what I would say to that. But the players that I have, I have LeBron. I don't have LeBron comparable to Mike or Kobe. I have him kind of comparable to Karl Malone because of his body size and body type. Because a lot of people say he couldn't play in that era. Oh, yes, he could.
No, he couldn't.
Hey, look, Bruce, because if he goes fast as he did and he kicked that leg out like Malone, they done.
They threw that elbow at him.
But okay, so this is the last thing I'll say, and then I got to let you go and open it back up. So here's the deal, right? So yeah, he's an athletic freak, but look at this guy. He gets mad and falling all over the place when he gets blown on or breathed on today in this soft league. You really think he could deal with that? Having to get in the paint with the Davis boys and Anthony Mason and Charles Oakley and Charles Barkley and Karl Malone and all that. Go ahead, Transformer.
But that's being brought up in a different era. You got to think, if he's brought up in that era, that mentality is different. The mentality of the game is different to him. So we can't just say he's going to do what he does now in the 90s when nobody was doing that in the 90s. If he would have grew up in the 80s, played ball with them roughneck, tough neck guys, he's not going to be flopping all over the place. So you have to be safe to assume that he's not going to do it then. Tough neck guys, he's not going to be flopping all over the place. So you have to be safe to assume. Gee, what are you doing?
Right. But I think that's the thing. A lot of it with these, you know why these kids soft? It's our fault because we softer, you know. It's on us because we want to be softer, kinder, and gentler. After the thing in with Meta World Peace at the Malice in the Palace.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
So that changed everything.
Right.
Because back then, I like guys fighting in the hate, and I'm gonna take your head off.
Yeah.
I miss them days. But I'm gonna let you brothers get it.
Yeah, I appreciate the call, Sid Bubba. Thank you, man.
As always, brother. As always.
All right, go baby.
You gotta hit that for 365 days.
Oh my goodness. What up, G? What's going on, brother? You hear me?
G is locked in, boy. That's a locked in face right there.
He sure is. Sure is. You good, bro?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. What's good, brother? How you doing, man?
Not too much, man. Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So we can take one more call if anybody wants to call in. We got 5 minutes, and then we will move on to the next topic. If not, we'll get right to it. Good holiday, G.
Yeah, it was
good.
It was something
good. I miss the 90s too, Willie Brown. I definitely do.
We done with the 90s. We done with the 90s.
Chill. Watch your mouth, B. Watch your mouth. Opinion stated. Watch this. MJ never had to play in a game 7. Here is their response. That's because he was playing against plumbers and firemen. He wasn't playing against nobody good. So don't even take it there.
We can salute that, right? We can salute that, but also give Bron his due flowers, bro. That's my thing. We get like Bron never had to play in a game 7. Okay, bravo. Move on. Right? Does that what does it have to do with LeBron James? Did he beat LeBron James to do that? No.
I was just responding to what opinion stated about never MJ.
I'm responding to the chat, not you, bro.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. Because this whole, this back and forth between the Ray Allen, game saving thing, I'm like,
I'm not even
come on,
reading
bro. It's 48 minutes of basketball. Folks really don't watch basketball if you care about only the last minute, right?
That just
doesn't make sense.
That's true, but I mean, I think the whole point why I bring it up, we got a whole different look. I mean, so that team went to the finals 4 years in a row, won 2 chips. It would look even worse if they only won 1 out of that whole run because Ray Allen didn't hit that shot. That's all I'm saying.
But we also have to pay homage to
pressure shot in history, I think.
But we have to pay homage for what led to the shot too. That's what I'm saying. Like we can't fault him off of 2 missed shots in the game. Kobe missed shots, Jordan missed shots, greats missed shots. That's okay, bro. But we also remember, man, Kobe dropped 15 in that quarter to get him there. Jordan put up 16 to get him there, right? Bron did the same thing. Right, like man, we gotta get to that moment.
What's that, G?
What's happening here?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we were talking about the. It kind of went sideways, but as always. But we were just kind of talking about that. No, we were talking about the.
No, not me. I'm responding to the chat. It's the chat that's going in.
Yeah. No, I'm chilling. No, but we were talking about just the era. What people call the LeBron era, and I'm saying I think personally that it was the Steph and LeBron era, not just his. So we'll get your thoughts on that before we move on, man. What you got, G?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Steph, well, question. I think we had.
It's breaking up a lot, G.
Yeah, I don't know if your mic is
probably connection or something.
Acting up or something.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
See if you can get that fixed. Let's take this call from Nino right quick. I gotta take this.
Nino,
what's good, man?
What's good? Y'all still talking about the same topic? Or y'all got moved?
No. We still in the same
wrapping
topic.
It up.
Yeah, we were wrapping it up. We were about to go on to the next one.
I see both sides of the fence. I agree with Transformer. It was definitely LeBron era now.
Okay.
We're gonna have one man, but I know they don't like to say this. I mean, I know we don't like to do this, but I can see Bruce point too. Like when you mention LeBron era, it's gonna have Steph in there. It's like what they call it, co-authors.
Absolutely.
It's gonna have Durant.
Antagonist.
It's gonna have them guys. That's the same. Yeah, that's what we were talking about with Kobe. It started off AI. We all in the hood. We wanted AI to get him.
Yeah.
But after so long, we looked up like, hey, this Kobe a little different, dog.
Yeah, real different.
Kobe the truth. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no denying him. And then it turned to, I don't know how, we thought it was going to be AI era, but it was, this Kobe era. But when you mention Kobe era, you're going to have AI in there. But see, going off of Bruce, that's why it's so crazy, because going off of what Bruce said, we can easily throw Timmy D in there with 5 rings, but he didn't have that personality where you don't say this was Tim era. You probably ain't gonna mention him unless you're talking about the greatest, but you just saying his era is straight Kobe era. Kobe just had that, he just had the swag with it. But if we're going on you had to put Tim Duncan in there.
No, that's a great point.
Just off his accomplishment. Yeah. Hey, but y'all say a prayer for my Steelers, man. G, don't say nothing.
You know I'm not doing that.
Go back to doing G. Go back wherever you was at. We ain't got time for this.
Oh, man.
All right, y'all, man. Hold it down.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Hey, man, moment of silence for the Steeler Nation out there.
Oh, man.
All right, that's enough.
Oh, and we still Edward Jackson. You think I forgot about you?
Oh, we haven't.
No,
it's on my notes. I got it here in my notes.
I was thinking about it earlier, actually. Yeah, we're gonna set that up. Definitely.
Oh boy. Edward Jackson players for the Steelers. Oh, let's move on to the next topic, man. Let's get on. We've been here for an hour.